So, Derby County take on Shrewsbury Town this weekend in their fourth pre-season friendly of this upcoming campaign. And it's time to start seeing some proper Derby County football. Are we going to see some proper partnerships forming? I don't quite think we've got that yet. I think it's just been all about getting minutes in the legs. And after the disappointment we saw on Wednesday, I can't see Paul Warne going into this game not wanting to have a bit more tactical nous. And it's very difficult looking ahead to this game. After the game on Wednesday night versus Chesterfield, a 4-0 thumping, and it wasn't a great performance. And it's stuff that we need to look into. There's some injury news that we're going to talk about, some potential transfer news which you lot are going to want to hear as well. So make sure you do stay tuned to the very end of this video. But before you do that, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. We're pushing really hard to hit 1,000 subscribers by Christmas, and at the current rate we're going to hit it within the next month. So make sure you hit that subscribe button down below or in this top corner to stay tuned for all of my latest Derby County and EFL Championship and League One content that's going to be heading your way over the course of the next season. The Championship and League One stuff is all going to be starting over the next week or so, so make sure you are subscribed with that notification bell on to hear when that drops. So shall we get into previewing this friendly with Shrewsbury Town? So we already know we face Shrewsbury Town this weekend, and it's going to be a very, very interesting one for me because we certainly need to start seeing some more tactical aspects to Derby County's performance. We've seen some periods of really good play so far over the 3 pre-season games we've already seen, but there's a lot more to come. And for me, I just don't quite think we are ready yet. I think behind the scenes, I think there's been a lot of fitness work, but I think the tactical, technical stuff hasn't quite come in yet. And I'm hoping that we do start to see that change heading into this game against Shrewsbury Town, because I do think we need to start seeing some tactical elements. We're 14, 15 days, maybe a little bit longer away from the start of the season. I think it's 2 weeks today as I'm recording this video, and right now we don't look ready. Yes, we're still waiting on Jakub Zieterstorm to become a Derby County player, if he is to become a Derby County player. We're obviously got some players who aren't fit and keep picking up little niggles, which obviously isn't very good. And then we have one serious injury to talk about with Jake Rooney, who has unfortunately damaged his knee again during the training camp in Spain. I'm going to get into that a little bit later on, because I've just got a few things to say on Jake Rooney, because I think he's an unbelievable talent, and I think something's got to have gone wrong, or something. He's not been managed right, probably, in my opinion. I think, obviously, with an ACL injury, normally when you come back, if we go back to the days of Forsyth, Thorne, even Will Hughes when he did his, we've had that many players that have done it. Bielik, normally they come back in, they play 10 minutes for the 21s, 20 minutes for the 21s, half an hour for the 21s, 45, 60, like to build themselves back up. Now, obviously, as Rooney came back into training, we then finished the season and had, 9 weeks or whatever it was in between the end of last season and the start of pre-season, and his first return to action was 45 minutes. Now, it was probably completely fine to play 45 minutes, but for me, I think with those injuries, especially in young players, you've got to protect them. Now, it could be his other knee, which completely negates everything I'm saying, but it's one of those for me where I feel really, really bad for Jake. I think he's been, when he's played for us, I think he's been one of our better players over the course of his time at the club. I think he broke into the side last season, and if it wasn't for his injury, we probably would have never signed Ryan Niambi, because Jake Rooney was playing that well that we didn't really need Ryan Niambi. So it's one of those for me where I think it's a massive loss, and I think it opens up the door to go and look in the transfer window. But we're going to have a full video on the squad depth and the transfer window and what I think still needs to come on Sunday evening, so make sure you do stay tuned for that. But let's get back to the Shrewsbury Town game then. And obviously we saw in the previous game pretty much 2 different 11s. We saw Alex Iwuene again, and we saw David Ozzo for the first time. I think we'll probably see David Ozzo again, and depending on fitness levels, we may see Iwuene again. Obviously, I think they play a pre-season friendly, the under-21s, tonight as I'm recording this video, so we might not. Iwuene might have to go and play for them. I'm not quite sure what the plan is with 21s and things like that. If you have not done so already, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below and turn on that notification bell, as well as let me know your thoughts down in the comments. It will help the channel a lot if you could hit that like button as well. Really helps push it to new audiences. Now, let me know your thoughts on this pre-season friendly down in the comments. I'm predicting that we're going to win 2-1. I think Mendez Lang is going to pop up with a goal, and I think maybe Kane Wilson. So let me know your predictions down below. Let me know your thoughts on the game, and I'll let you now get back to the video. I would be really intrigued to see the lineups and stuff for that 21 side heading into tonight, because obviously I think Bayo Fapitu's moved on. Obviously Tony Weston's gone out on loan. I think we've signed a couple of players for the 21s as well over the summer. So obviously, if Iwuene is with us, it's going to be really interesting, because I think it shows that Paul Warne maybe quite likes him, and could be a player that we may utilise throughout this season. Obviously, there's a couple of little niggles to the likes of Ben Osborn, Joe Ward, Dajaune Brown. Who else is left? Tyrese, Fornah. They've all had little injuries which kept him out for a few days. Dajaune Brown tweaked his groin, but he should be back and available, I believe, for this weekend. Ben Osborn should play this weekend. Tyrese Fornah should hopefully be available. Joe Ward should hopefully be in and around it. And then hopefully Connor Washington is as well, because we're seriously lacking depth in certain areas. I think Kane Wilson has done an excellent job so far. He's played basically every pre-season game. Max Bardell joined up with the squad for Chesterfield and came on in that right wing-back position because we didn't really have anyone else to take it. So that's something which I think we do need to look into, because we've got Wilson, Ward, Niambi, and if Niambi's playing at centre-half, we don't have a backup on that right-hand side. Left-hand side's looking a bit shallow as well. But this weekend, I really do just want to see some tactical elements. I want to see the formation we're going to play. I want to see our style of football. I want to see partnerships that we're going to see. I personally would put out what we'd consider our best 11. Understandable, Jerry Yates can't play first game of the season, so if he isn't one to start, I'd understand. But for me, I do think we've got to start putting those partnerships together, and I think we are setting up to play a 3-4-3. I do think that is what we're going to do. And for me, as it stands today, I think our best possible team is Vickers in goal, Niambi right centre-half, Nelson central, Cashin left centre-half, Elder on the left, Wilson on the right, a midfield two of Kenzo and Ibu Adams, and a front three of probably... who would we go with the front three? Mendez Lang. I'd probably go Blackett Taylor, and I'd probably go Jerry Yates as our best three up front. I think you could easily swap out Blackett Taylor and Jackson, or Barkhazen. And then number 9, I don't really think it's a question. I think Jerry Yates is the best one at the club as it stands right now. And if we was to start the season tonight, that's the team I'd go for. I will put it on screen for you so that you can see how I'd set up, but obviously it's a very difficult pre-season, because there's a lot of people that are like, it doesn't really matter, it's pre-season, it's all for fitness. But then for me, I think pre-season sets standards, and I don't quite think we've really set those standards. I think we did well at Matlock. I thought that was quite a good game. Kenzo played really well. I think we did well at Stockport. Obviously in Spain, a bit of a different game. But I thought we was okay, had some good moments. But I thought Chesterfield was awful. I just don't think it was good enough. And hopefully we'll have got it out of the system now, and we can play the rest of pre-season with sort of the weight off our shoulders of a potential bad performance or a mistake or whatnot. But we'll have to wait and see for that one. There will be a video out tomorrow reviewing the game, so make sure if you have not done so already, hit that subscribe button because that will be dropping within a couple of hours of the final whistle blowing. I'll give my take, my thoughts, and some people may think I'm stupid, some people may enjoy it, but I'm always interested to hear what you guys have to say, so don't hesitate to let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Obviously, this one could be a really, well, maybe not a difficult one, but it's sort of one where we sort of need to see a bounce-back performance, which is something Paul Warne mentioned in his post-match. So it's going to be interesting to see how this one does go. Obviously, make sure if you do want to watch it, you head over to Rams TV. I think they're doing £5 per game for pre-season friendlies at the moment. So if that's something you're interested in, make sure you do go and check it out. Yeah, as I just said a minute ago, if you haven't done so, hit the subscribe button, smash the like button, let me know your thoughts in the comments, and I'll catch you in my video tomorrow where I talk all about Derby County versus Shrewsbury Town. Make sure to go and find me on TikTok, pictured here, and Twitter, pictured here. These are the places where I'll keep you all up to date with all my upcoming videos and my thoughts and feelings around the Formula 1 and football weekend.